So, my husband was diagnosed with ADHD the day before his birthday, and I didn't expect it. So let's start from the beginning, because I feel like I haven't been on this channel and I haven't really divulged just what's been happening with us. Like, things have been good, but it has been a very trying and testing year, and I feel like I just knew that something was happening, especially with my husband. I just felt like I'm the one that does the planners. I plan what we're wearing. I plan, if we're going to go somewhere, if we're going on holiday, that's all him. He'll be the deal buster. He'll find things. He's so good like that. But day-to-day things, bills, my children's uniform and getting organized with schools and the real important things, it's heavily reliant on me. And I feel like we're both okay to agree that that's fine if that's my role. But I just feel like as a wife, a mother, I'm just carrying so much. And it really did come to a head, I'd say, at the beginning of the year. Like, our relationship turned quite toxic and I just felt we just weren't on the same page. So I really encouraged my husband to, one, begin therapy. I think that would be really something that was really quite crucial for him, especially with his experience in childhood. I felt like he needed to speak to somebody that would relate. So I was able to find him an amazing therapist that is from Hong Kong and understands the culture and what it means to be a man, especially from that specific culture. But I also said I feel like there's something going on with Wei that means that the way he thinks and even communicates with myself is very different. So I would like for him to go and get tested, because I do feel like he has ADHD. Like, we would joke about it. It would be funny, like, oh, ha, ha, ha. But actually getting the diagnosis and seeing all the paperwork and everything that went through it and having to discuss with his family, like, it was a lot. It was a lot. I guess the realization of when someone says to you, you do have ADHD and actually you are neurodivergent the day before your birthday, I feel like it was a massive shock. I can only imagine for myself, it was a massive shock. And I was obviously urging my husband for quite a while now. I'd say for the last 2 years, I've been talking about it seriously. Previously mentioned it before that, like several years before, we'd make jokes, like I said. But the last 2 years, I was really pushing. Beginning of the year, was adamant, you need to. So to hear that, for me, I was like, wow, you do. So I can only imagine how he's feeling. But I also feel like it's not really discussed about when somebody is diagnosed as an adult, and it's kind of like you have to support them. And I've gone through an array of emotions because I feel guilty. And he's been in that stage of what if I had a diagnosis earlier in my childhood? What if people had, taken the time to query why I didn't do any homework? Why, certain things I did just drifted off in class. And there's been so many what ifs that I've had to support him. And he's also got a really sick and ill member of his side of the family. And obviously that in itself is a very turbulent relationship. And I don't know if I'm at the stage where I want to put myself out there anymore, because I don't feel like that side of the family, they really have changed. So in even that is a really big aspect of our relationship. Having two sides of the family, my side being really good, we're really close with them, and his side for a long time estranged. And I'd say this is probably the first year that our children have really been around them a lot. And I felt like, okay, I've kind of, allowed myself to allow my children to be obviously immersed in my husband's side of the family and be okay with it. But for me, it's a big step, and I still feel like it's something that has to be earned. People need to show that they've grown and that they're willing to change and take accountability for their actions. And I don't feel like with them we're there yet. Even like his own mom finding out that he was diagnosed with ADHD, her response was, oh, I just thought you was lazy. So for me, the support and kind of help really is coming solely from my side of the family. My family is amazing. And it's taking a journey for us to get there and grow and communicate effectively with my mum and sister and my side, and how much my children are close with my side of the family. It's been a journey, and it's lovely to see, and we've definitely reaped the rewards in investing in that relationship, but it's hard. I feel like right now I'm having to pick between wanting to do well career wise and take content creation to the next level and be a good wife and show up for my husband and make sure he's getting the support and then also figure out if my children want to do certain careers. My son's doing tennis at the minute, but he also wants to do go-karting. My other son wants to do football. But it's just like I'm spinning so many plates at the minute, and it's just like I just want to make sure everyone has the support. That is tiring, guys. It is so tiring. I feel like it's so taxing. It's one of these years that I'm so glad that it's the end of the year, but Homegirl is shattered. I'm so tired. There's no rules, I guess, to this. There's no handbook. There's no guidebook. You know, the last 11 years have not been smooth sailing. So adding that my husband is neurodivergent has kind of been, you know, another layer on top. But God is good. I know we will get through it. But I did just want to be vulnerable in here. I do just want to be able to show up and say, this is what we're going through. This is what's happening. Life isn't all dandy and roses and you can get through it. And God has been so, you know, amazing. The amount of support that we've had already with sharing our story on our pages has always been so, our community that we've built has always been just such a nice community. And I'm so blessed for the people that do follow along and do like check in to see how we are. But yeah, I guess it's tiring. I already know motherhood can be one of the most tiresome jobs, but it is just so rewarding. And I guess marriage is hard, but I feel like it's something that it's a decision. I was saying to this to our friends who got recently married. Marriage is a decision that you make every single day. You get up and choose to be with that person. You get up and decide, actually, we're going to make a stab at this. We're going to make an effort. We're going to choose each other every single day. And it's never easy. You know, you go through seasons where it is easy, riding on through, and then you go through seasons where it's hard and you're fighting tooth and nail to be together. And I feel like right now we're in between. Like, we choose each other, but choosing each other means showing up every day and fighting, you know, for the best. And I understand. I feel like it will get easier. And Way right now is waiting for his tablets. The wait for that is a year. So we will see if that affects, you know, how he is and his day-to-day persona and how he sees things. For now, we're just taking each day as it comes, you know, giving each other grace, praying and just hoping for the best. But that is the update. Like, it is a lot. I'm hoping with my vulnerability, I'm able to bless, just even if it's just one person out there, that you're not alone. There's lots going on. The world is absolutely bonkers, but I just hope that this, you know, keeps people encouraged. A lot of people were saying, you know, like, it's great to share. And obviously my husband doesn't have a lot of people that he's able to use for inspiration, because in the Chinese community, it's not discussed about mental health, neurodivergence. None of that is discussed. So that's another reason why I do want to discuss it as well, because I feel like, obviously I'm Black, Caribbean. It's not a massive thing, but I do know people that are neurodivergent, whereas my husband doesn't know a single person that is Chinese or a cousin or anyone that has ADHD or discusses about mental health or neurodivergent. It is not something that is discussed or widespread in that community, which is really sad. So I'm hoping even us sharing a glimmer of our story, it will keep somebody encouraged and just show that, you know what, the new normal kind of thing. I guess in a nutshell, there are hard days, there are days where I can't stop laughing, and there are days where the tears are flowing. And I don't always get it right, but I am growing, I'm showing up, I'm choosing to be there and, you know, pick for my family, for my husband. I would choose them every single day. And if you're also choosing partnership, your family, your parenting, work, whatever it is, I see you and I'm sending you a massive heart, because I know that sometimes it's hard and I feel like you don't feel seen. So if you're juggling and you're dealing with neurodiversity with your partner or even at home, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your experience, or even if your partner got a late diagnosis, I would love for you to share with me, because I feel like right now I'm kind of out on this island on my own and just kind of navigate it, because there is no real rule book, is there? I guess I'm posting this to share, you know, you're not alone. It does get better, and each day is a triumph, the fact that you're showing up. And I just hope to be more vulnerable on my YouTube platform and channel, because I love it here and I feel like the community we have here are amazing. So yeah, that's your girl, but always here for love and blessings, and thanks for the kind support. Subscribe, and I'm hoping to show up a lot more here, I promise.